Hey, what's up, guys? Somebody told me I need to start doing voiceovers, so this is really my first voiceover for lawn care, and I'm just gonna basically be telling you guys a little bit about me and a little bit about what I do and what I've how long I've been doing it. So my name is Jaleel Claxton. I live in Savannah, and I've been working with my dad now for about 3 years doing lawn care. He been doing it since he was 17. He's 53 now, so 30 years plus he been doing lawn care. And when I started, I didn't know anything about anything. I was as green as the grass. But slowly but surely, I learned a lot in the past 3 years that I've been working with him now. Basically, like when I started out, I started on the mow. I didn't start weed eating or trimming. I just really was doing the easiest job, and I just took it from there. Learned how to operate the mow, learned how to change the blades on the mow, how to maneuver the mow with one hand. Just got really used to the mow. Then I upgraded to the weed eater or the edger. Well, actually, I started on the edger, I believe. But the mower was the primary thing I was on. Then I went to the weed eater, then the trimmer. And, blowing was already easy. Then I just learned a little bit more and more every day. Eventually got to sprinkler systems, irrigation systems. Started getting a little bit into that. Started learning about that a little bit. And then what else? Chemicals. We started getting into that, like insecticide, herbicide, fertilizer for the grass. Learning a little bit about that. When to do it, how much to put down. Using different spreaders and whatnot. We got a little bit into pressure washing as well. When it's like season slowed down, we started doing pressure washing. Pressure washing the house, stuff like that. And also learning how to spray the weeds in the beds using Roundup. I'm getting used to that as we speak now. I'm doing a little bit more of that because I didn't really start doing that because that's really like it can really cause a lot of damage with Roundup, so we gotta be careful. But yeah, man, just been doing this lawn care thing with my dad, and I love to do it. I love to do it. It's just a great workout. It's a great feeling to be able to sweat, get outside and walk around, go different places. The nature by itself. It's just a good feeling to be outside, feeling the breeze. And I like to work out, so I always look at it as a workout and more than a job. Itself. Not really there for the money. I'm just there for the workout. Even though I need the money, don't get me wrong. And we've been doing a couple of stuff to make the job easier on us, me and my dad. We do stuff like get ice in the cooler. We do stuff like consolidate our properties. We do stuff like get the right properties. That's take the less labor as possible. So minimize the amount of bushes we got to trim, or if we got to push mow, we eliminate the push mow jobs. Try not to do jobs that require us to do a lot of labor. The easiest job for the most amount of money, is to go and we get good quality every time. We have protocols and procedures that we use, guidelines that we use to stick to what we do, stick to, so we can do what we're supposed to be doing. It's like a habit. It's like a routine. We don't really think about it. We just know what the need to look, and find the easiest way to do it. Now, it's a few things I've also learned, like being able to see, like just being able to see, know the difference between the weed and the plant, being able to see deeper and more detailed in the grass, whether to recognize like pine cones and sticks and weeds going out of bushes, different types of stuff like that. Learning how to route when I'm doing a property, learning how to route where you're going to start at, where you're going to end at, stuff like that. Made it easier for me to, get the job done, complete, learning how to take breaks, learning how to find the right pace for you, because when I first started, I'd just be running, just, and then I tire out. by the time we get to the end. We do 6 properties, 8 properties a day. That's a lot of properties. So, you're going to be, I was tired by the end of the properties. But I learned how to take my time, go a good slow pace, and work efficiently as well. Learning how to wear the right attire, light colored clothes. We have a uniform that we wear. It's not just any, meeny, miny, mo thrown together. It's actually thought through, like everything we do. And it's been working out so far. And that's the thing, you just stick to what works. And it's been working. What else that y'all would need to know? So a little bit about my dad. He worked a lot of different lawn care companies, a lot of different places, and he got a little bit of experience from every single one of those spots. So he's combined everything that he know about, every lawn care company he worked at, and got the best out of it, and kept, threw away the old stuff, threw away the stuff that wasn't good, the stuff that was going to have you jammed up. So stuff like blowing off your mow, is a good method to have when doing lawn care. Having red color gas can, blue color gas can, having cones to put outside your truck, stuff like that. Just little small stuff, organizing your trailer, organizing your truck, blowing out your trailer at the end of the week, staying on top of your maintenance, just stuff like that he's learned from other companies, and he threw away the bad and kept the good of each and every single one of those companies that he worked for. Also, the biggest landscaping company in the world, I believe, Brightview. Check me if I'm wrong on that. Feel free to comment if I'm incorrect on that. But I believe that's the biggest landscaping company in the world, Brightview, and they did a lot of stuff the way we do a lot of stuff that they did as well. Using bags, though, that's something that I think they don't do. We use bags. We pick up piles, leaves, clippings, stuff like that. We blow the clippings out before we mow. Some people mow first and then leave the clippings on the fresh cut grass. We blow out the beds. We don't put down pine straw. We don't put down mulch. Pine bark, different stuff like that. We've done a lot of different experiments. We did a little bit of tree limbing up the trees, using a pole saw or using up a chainsaw. We done limbed up them trees, palm trees. Yeah, we done limbed up palm trees. We do that as well using, pole saw. I got a couple of videos on that. Y'all can check that out. A few months back, not too long ago. But yeah, we just try to stick to the quality, stick to the standard. If you can't put your sandwich on it, it's not good. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't really have too much more to say. But I do want y'all to get familiar with my voice, get familiar with how I talk and how, how I just explain stuff, and me get more comfortable with y'all as well, because it's something I really want to do. I want to be a millionaire in this, and I think it could be done. I know it could be done, and I just want to keep pushing to be the best I can be in everything I do, because I do a lot of different stuff. Lawn care is not the only thing I do, but this is like the main thing I do. I post videos like every 2 days, post shorts like every day, and I'm just trying to increase on my following on the content, and more subscribers and more viewers on my videos. We ran into a guy today called Blaze of Grass, and he's a big YouTuber. He got a big following. He got like 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. And my dad always talks about him like, oh, Blaze of Grass, he'd be doing this, doing that, and using him as an example of stuff we could be doing. And then we actually seen him in traffic today, and he was like, yo, my man. I was like, oh, that's Blaze, that's him right there. Oh, it's not, that's Johnny right there. So for y'all that know in Savannah, Georgia, know of him, y'all may already know about him. So seeing him today was a real big inspiration and motivation to get where I'm trying to get on the content and on the YouTube level. And because I'm at about 1,300 subscribers right now, I'm trying to get to 1,000,000. Road to 1,000,000. So a little bit every day, I'm sure it can happen. But it takes videos like this, videos like these, where I take my time and just talk to y'all and just give y'all the runaround about how the day went, how the property went, how each property went, what it takes to keep going, what it took to get where I am. It took a lot. It took some days where I cramped up, and took some days I was sick. It took some days when I was, injured. I still had to come out here and come out here in this field and grind and go get it. A lot of frustrating days where, I didn't feel like it, but I had to push through, and get it done. And it's been a journey, and it's been fun. It's been an adventure so far. 3 years down, I've been here. But I've been doing YouTube before I started lawn care. But this lawn care is really helping the YouTube, giving me content, giving me stuff to post. Even though my page is not really based 100% off of lawn care, it's more based off my personal life experiences, you know what I'm saying? Fitness, just inspiring others, motivating others, spreading positivity and love and advice and tips in life, and giving people, strength and words of encouragement. That's really what my page is about. But you're going to see YouTube videos about lawn care, because that's mainly what I do right now. And basically in this video, I'm just cutting down this grass, tall grass. I done made a couple of videos like this before. It seemed to be like my best video. When I put tall grass, a lot of people seem to gravitate to that. So I want to use this as an opportunity to get used to this voiceover thing, get used to talking to y'all hearing me, I'm hearing y'all, I'm reading your comments. And feel free to give me any type of suggestions or advice on anything, not just lawn care, but about life. We're here to motivate each other and inspire each other and push each other up. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm all about. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. If you listen to this, I pray everything is going good with your life and everything that you have planned to get completed. All love. From your boy one and only 2K. And yeah, man, stay tuned for more videos. Again, thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot. We got a long way to go, but we've also come from a long way. we also come from a long way, guys. And one day at a time, little by little, we're gonna get where we need to get. Again, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. 2K out.